Time third quarter by the Warriors, outscoring the Thunder 33-17, restored order for the Dubs. And now they come home 4-0 on the season, getting ready for an 8-game homestand as we welcome everybody to Warriors Postgame Live, presented by Toyota, with the Hall of Famer Chris Mullin, former Warrior and NBA champ Darrell Wright, and Bonte Hill. And look, the bench played another big part in this game. Steph Curry, back-to-back games where he doesn't score anything in the fourth quarter, and the Warriors win going away.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job. That second half, they came out, attention to detail. The guy that stood out the most to me was Andrew Wiggins. It seemed like he got back in that game in the second half, and he got it going big time in the second half tonight.
Yeah, we spoke at halftime that their defense had to pick up. They did a great job there. And offensively, the ball was moving. They had, 18 assists in the second half for 30. That's the magic number. So total different second half.
And the man of the hour, of course, is Damion Lee, coming off the bench, averaging 27 minutes per game. And in all 4 games so far to start the season, Damion Lee has scored in double figures, came in averaging 12 per game, dropped 20 tonight. Damion Lee, welcome to Warriors Postgame Live with Bonte Hill, Chris Mullin, and Darrell Wright. And you're settling into your role nicely here, and you've made some big baskets so far on the other season.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. Just, trying to do whatever I can to just try to help this team get a win.
What's up, D. Lee? It's D. Wright, man. Great game today. You guys
What's up, baby?
What's up, man? You guys are off to a great start. Tell us a little bit about you coming off the bench. You've been consistent every single night.
Yeah, I mean, that's my role. That's the expectation that, I set for myself, and just thankful that we have a great group of guys that put us all in positions to be successful. Doesn't matter who gets the credit as long as we get a check in the left column.
D. Lee, Smoley, congratulations on a great night. It just seems to me the ball's moving. It's such a different feel from the early part of last season. The new additions. Seems like they fit in perfectly. Second game in a row, Steph didn't have to even score in the fourth quarter. A testament to the strength in numbers, the bench play, and the versatility.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, that's the beauty of what you do in the offseason is to try to bring in acquisitions, whether it's trades, free agents, or drafting guys that, can help the team continue continuity, and build that going forward. So, with all the guys that we have, the new guys, everyone's completely bought in, just trying to do whatever we can, like I said, to get a win. Just need to cut down on turnovers, cut down on fouling, and then obviously get the ball moving.
Damion, we were showing your clips from last season when you hit the game winner against Chicago, and of course the 2 free throws against Toronto. This season so far, 2 big threes against the Clippers. You had some big moments against the Lakers. You're not afraid of the big moment here in the NBA, and of course some big shots here in the third quarter for the Warriors to help you guys go forward. Talk about that.
It's just a mindset, man. Every summer I try to add something to my game, but just try to stay in that end of game, in-game mindset in every single workout. Just trying to pay attention to detail and really working on my conditioning. I mean, that's been the biggest success for me. The past 2 years is my nutrition, my conditioning, having a strict diet, so I can play in long stretches during the game.
D. Lee, also, we know you're a great three-point shooter. I've been really impressed with your floater game, and your 1-2 dribble mid-range game. Looks like a big improvement there. When the defense takes away your three-point shot, you have a counter to that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's funny. This last year was the first summer that I had since 2013 of no rehab, no surgery, no anything like that. So, just continue to add things to my game. But these are things that I was able to do back when I was at Drexel, when I was at Louisville, before all the injuries. So, I'm blessed, I'm healthy, thankful for everything, and just got to keep it going.
Well, congrats on the big-time win. You guys are 4-0. You dropped 20 in the win. Safe travels back to the West Coast. Have a happy flight. We'll see you Thursday against the Grizzlies.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
This week of the season, and we'll get there. The Warriors are looking high on that power ranking list here, but the vibe with this team is just so much better than it was a season ago.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, last season, you may recall that the first 2 games, they were blown out. They looked awful. They couldn't play defense. They couldn't play offense. It was a mess. And so I think this year you saw the benefit of having a cohesive training camp with a couple of guys missing. Obviously, you don't have Draymond there for the first couple of days. You don't have Clay at all. You don't have Wiseman at all. But the guys who are playing, and Draymond comes in late, the guys who are playing are the same guys who started training camp. And so you see what they're doing, and they have a better team in terms of chemistry. They have better shooters. They have more depth. So all in all, I mean, this is a team that very well should be a top 14, no worse.
Monty, I remember on the rooftop a couple weeks ago, we had a staff meeting here in NBC Sports Bay Area. You predicted 52, 53 wins. Darrell and Mully, Does this look like a 50-win season for the Warriors?
Yeah, I think I was somewhere around 52 as well. I believe so as well. If they can continue to play well together, continue to stay healthy, I think that's going to be the biggest thing is health.
Yeah, I think the big question was the plays they were adding. We all felt good about Steph, Draymond, and when Klay gets back, that's going to be a perfect fit. But I think they've established their identity so early that it looks like it makes total sense. And I think it's going to work out perfectly as the season wears on. And maybe you got guys dragging a little bit. Boom, you get that Klay Thompson back, you get James Wiseman back. That's going to be a big shot and a big lift for them.
And we'll see what happens with Jonathan Kuminga as well. Don't forget about that young man who was a number 7 overall pick. Monty, I know the 50 wins look good here, but what about the power rankings? You have the Warriors at number 2 behind the Milwaukee Bucks, which is understandable because Milwaukee won the championship. And although they lost one game, they still look like the top team in the league.
Well, yeah, the Bucks, to me, when you're the champion, you got to be knocked off. And, yeah, they lost the game. They went to Miami, and they got South Beached. That's been known to happen to a lot of people over the years. I just saw a video the other day of Rex Chapman schooling Michael Jordan in a game in Miami when Rex Chapman was a member of the Heat. Rex admitted, yeah, the Bulls, Michael, they had a good time on South Beach. They took advantage of it. So teams have been known to do that, and I think that's what happened with Milwaukee. But I think they're still the champs right now. The Warriors, I had number 2 because, again, they played some decent teams. You know, when you sweep all 3 of the California teams, that's not really a common occurrence. Very few teams have done that, and the Warriors did it when 2 of those games were on the road. So I look at that, and I think, yeah, they're the best 2 teams in the league right now. Utah's good right now, but I need to see more of them. The Nets are still going to be there. They're pulling things together. They're without Kyrie. So I just don't see a clear number 1 other than Milwaukee right now.
All right, we'll check that out at NBCSportsBayArea.com. Good stuff as always. Monty, we'll be looking for your content there as we look back at Steph Curry here, having a monster week to start the season for the 17th time in his career. He was named Western Conference Player of the Week, averaging 31 points per game, 9 rebounds and 7 assists. Also the steals. That looks impressive. And he's going up. We'll talk about a milestone a little bit later in the show, but he's getting off to a hot start here, Billy.
This is insane. And, he had 2 games where he didn't really shoot the ball like the Steph Curry, but he's doing the other things, his rebounding, his assists. And I think the assists are directly related to the players on the floor. I think both he and Draymond feel much more comfortable with the players that they brought in. If they do double Steph, that 4-on-3, they're really taking advantage of that and making the opposing defense pay.
Yeah, and I think he's been doing a good job with impacting the game, like Mully mentioned about the rebounds. 10 rebounds one game, or 2 games in a row, and then being able to get everybody involved, impacting the game without scoring. Karif brought that up to us. I don't know how many of us knew that he didn't score 1 basket in the 4th quarter. So that just tells you how his presence on the court is always felt.
And we always talk about the intangibles that Draymond brings, his IQ, obviously defensively, but offensively he can play point forward and his assist numbers. But much like Draymond, Steph creates a lot of opportunities for teammates that does not show up on the stat sheet. And that first play to start the second half where Draymond faked the handoff and just went down the lane. There was no one near. He just went down and dunked it. That's assist to Steph Curry.
Yeah. Winning Conference Player of the Week, as you mentioned, Willie, he didn't shoot well. 5 for 21 against the LA Lakers, 4 for 15 from the 3-point line against the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, you see the numbers there. But speaking of which, they celebrated Draymond Green and Steph Curry, not only the Western Conference Player of the Week, but the fact that he was named to the NBA 75th anniversary team. And they celebrated with another bottle of wine, about $5,000 on Joe Lacob's tab. So we got a bottle here.
Well, let me celebrate here. Okay, I really appreciate you guys. You guys are great teammates.
This is for you, by the way.
Is it non-alcoholic?
You guys can split
it. Was it $5?
$2. But we've had it for about a year, and the value has increased. It's about $2.75 right now. $2 chuck, baby.
I'm going to give this to Darrell.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Young fella can handle that.
Yeah, I can handle that.
You got to get up too early in the morning.
Yeah, no, I can't handle that one, man. But that's what they're celebrating with, putting it on Lakers tab. How come Draymond can't pick it up? He's got millions in the bank. Just put it on the billionaires tab.
Sounds like a smart businessman to me.
Hey, top 75, that is something to celebrate.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations,
no doubt about it.
Sir,
you probably know about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on this Oklahoma City team. Probably know about Lou